Well, welcome back everyone. I appreciate everyone sticking around over the past couple years, checking out my videos. I enjoy making these videos. It helps me learn and research and make decisions and opinions about the stuff that I carry every day, and then I enjoy taking that stuff and passing that information on to all of you. So appreciate you watching the videos. About a year ago, I made an everyday carry video, and at the time I mentioned, I don't know why anyone cares what I have in my pocket, just like I don't care what a woman has in her purse, but people were asking for it, so I made one, and it was surprisingly well received. It's been about a year now, another 50 videos later, and I thought, what the heck, some of the stuff has changed, and I'll make another video to kind of update that and revisit it. Maybe I'll do one once a year, every 50 videos, somewhere in there. I have two different everyday carry situations. As I mentioned last year, I work in the ER, and so I have a work everyday carry, and I have a non-work everyday carry. I can't carry a gun in the ER, I don't carry rescue knives outside of the ER, so I have two different situations, and I'll go over that. Some of the stuff has stayed the same, there's some new things. Almost everything I'm going to show here I have reviews of, so if there's something you're interested in, check out my channel and I likely have a review of it. To start with, I always have a belt. This is the same belt from last year, Wilderness Tactical Belt. Their website is thewilderness.com. This one has the titanium buckle. The ones with the steel buckles are pretty reasonably priced, like $30-something. Titanium you're going to pay a little bit extra for, but this belt has been great. I have it in black. Love these belts. Check out the Wilderness. I use these aside from wearing to the ER. I use it for shooting. It's a great shooter's belt. It's reinforced, and I get a surprising number of compliments on this belt, even from non-gun people. So check that out. A surprising number of people in my videos comment on my watches. It always surprises me when people catch those. Have a bad watch habit. Today I have on a Breitling Navitimer. Love Breitlings, love the Navitimer. This is a little bit dressier watch. It's shiny with these polished links here, so I don't wear this to work, but it's a great watch. Absolutely love it. Wallet. New wallet from last year. This is a Slim Fold wallet. Slim Fold. This was a Kickstarter project, and I put my wallet in my front pocket, and I like my wallets to be thin. I hate those big, huge, bulky wallets that people carry, and this wallet is made of Tyvek. And they have a video, they try and rip it. And this is the second one of these I had. They made some improvements to it. So after I got done with the first one, I tried to rip this thing as much as I can. The things don't rip. They'll wear a little bit. They get a little bit of, wear around the edges there. I think they're $20-something, but it's super thin. On the inside, a little spot for a driver's license here, a couple credit cards over here. In the back here, there's room for a couple more cards. I keep my insurance card and some other stuff back there, stuff that I don't use very much. But I like this because it's nice and thin, and my wallet always goes in my front left pocket. Cell phone. New cell phone from last year, the Verizon Droid Max. I love the Max phones because of the big, huge battery, 3,500 milliamp hours in this, and it goes forever. Waiting on the new version of this to come out, but it's hard to talk myself into a phone with a smaller battery. If I'm at work, usually my phone goes down in my either the cell phone pocket of my tactical pants that I usually wear to work, or down in the cargo pocket. If I'm not at work and I'm wearing regular pants, I'll put my cell phone in my right front pocket. It just kind of depends on what I'm wearing. But for now, I'll put the cell phone over here in the left front pocket to make a little bit extra space. Keys go in the front right pocket. And usually I have a little multi-tool, Leatherman Squirt. This thing is great. Find a ton of little uses for this thing. At work, one of the nurses the one day said, "Hey, you don't have a Phillips screwdriver on you, do you?" And I said, "Well, actually I do. Let me get that out for you." And opened up the little Phillips head screwdriver on this thing, and she was duly impressed that I had a Phillips head screwdriver on me. So I find a surprising amount of uses for this thing, and this goes down in my front right pocket with my keys. It just disappears down in there. Let's do the work everyday carry first. That's a little bit simpler. I always have some form of rescue knife at work. Benchmade Triage. This has withstood the test of time from last year. My knife always goes in my front right pocket. I love the Triage because it has both the sheep's foot blade, and then it has this rescue hook here, great for cutting clothes off and things like that. Front right pocket for my knife. Put that there. Another knife, the Gerber Hinder Rescue, designed by Rick Hinder, made by Gerber. Same knife from last year. I carry that sometimes. Lots of great features. This also has the hook, oxygen tank opener. And then new this year, the Leatherman Raptor trauma shears on steroids. These things are amazing. I get a ton of compliments on these, but these are super strong, have a ton of features built into them. Check out my video on them. They fold up. Sometimes I carry them just by the pocket clip in my pocket, although they're kind of bulky, and sometimes I'll put them on my belt in the little belt carry case. I always have a flashlight at work. Most commonly, I'd say 95% of the time, I carry one of my HDS lights. I have it in orange and black, and these lights are great because it's rotary on the back here, and it goes from, I think, 0.8 lumens all the way up to 200. And then there's momentary, they're programmable. Check out my video on this. I think I did a 25-minute video on this flashlight because there's just so much built into it. And flashlight always goes in my front left pocket. I also always have a pen that I carry at work. You know, I used to carry free drug pens. I would lose them a lot. They were okay. Went through a lot of them, but I finally decided I would buy some nice pens. Many of these are the same from last year. This is the Tough Rider Precision Press pen. They have these in a bunch of colors. You can check that out. A little bit smaller, Surefire Pen 2. This is done well. New pen, Martin Clicky pen. This is nice because it's a little bit smaller. I have a review of, I think, the copper one I have of these. But it's a smaller pen. These all use, interestingly, the same German clicky mechanism. They're all super smooth. I love the clicky pens. Could use one of these as a weapon if you needed to. Yeah, you could. I don't really expect to ever use that, but some people get all into the tactical pens, and especially this Tough Rider one, it's so long. You could use that if need be. I don't really expect to need to, but you could if you wanted to. That's the work everyday carry. On to the non-work carry. These things all stay the same that I have here. Wallet, cell phone, keys, and my multi-tool. When I'm not at work, I will often carry a gun. I have two main guns that I carry. Either a Smith & Wesson M&P Compact, my heavily modified Bowie Tactical Concepts version. Love this one. Usually carry it in a ProTech holster. Check out these ProTech holsters. They are great. Have a review on them. The other gun that I carry if I want something smaller is my M&P Shield. It's smaller, it's lighter. Carry it either in my ProTech holster if I want something kind of more compact, tight to my body, or this one is a PJ holster. It's a little bit bulkier, but because of this clip design, it's a little bit easier to get on and off, kind of depending on what I'm wearing and how bulky my clothes are, just kind of depends. So usually have a gun. Gun, of course, goes on my right side 3-o'clock carry. In my front right pocket, I always carry a knife. My non-work knives are much more varied. I have a couple Hinderers, XM18, 3.5-inch version. If I want something smaller, XM18, 3-inch. I'd say this is my go-to small knife at the moment. Another kind of compact knife, Spyderco Domino. I love the flip on this. My Spydercos are the sharpest knives that I have. They're great slicers. Great for cutting stuff open. These are all new this year. This one stuck around from last year. Paramilitary 2, again. Love the Spydercos, and maybe because I'm just a little bit still honeymooning with this, my Spyderco Stretch, but this thing, it's small-ish. I mean, it's thin, it's lightweight. Again, it's a great slicer. The ZDP 189 steel is a great steel. I'm thinking about getting a Delica, Spyderco Delica, for a true small, lightweight, not that expensive knife. I'm thinking maybe in the next couple weeks I'm hoping to get one, and I'll add that. But currently, when my go-to small knife, I usually will go after this little Hinder XM18. Front right pocket, I always carry a pen as well. I usually don't carry, that's entering a little prematurely. We'll put that over here for now. Usually don't carry my precision press pen when I'm out and about because it's kind of big. So usually we'll carry either the Surefire, one of the Martin Clickies, or this little Fisher Space Pen. This is the same, but a new one from last year, because the problem with the little Fisher Space Pen is it's so small, just disappears right down in that front pocket, and at the end of the day when you're getting rid of your stuff, it's easy to forget that this thing is in your pocket and you may lose it. Watch out for that. But it's a great pen because it opens up into a full-size pen. The Fisher Space refills do great. Nice small compact pen for when you don't really have much pocket space left or you just want something small. Front left pocket, I carry my flashlight. Most commonly, my favorite light these days is my EagleTac D25C. Last year I had a Phoenix PD20, but this is smaller, it's lighter, it's dimmer, and it's brighter. So I love this thing, super small. Goes nice low output, I think like point something lumens all the way up to somewhere north of 200. Love this thing, it's a great light. Check one of those out. I will often still carry an HDS light, just depending. Sometimes I carry my Surefire backup, especially if I'm going to do some shooting stuff, and I'm gonna do some low light stuff, or just depending. A little bit bigger light, but it's a great light. And then when I want something small, my ThruNite TI3, this is a great little keychain light, especially if I'm going out during the day where I'm not likely to need a blinding amount of light. This light is great for putting about just enough light when all you need is just enough light. I always carry my flashlights in my front left pocket by convention. I mentioned this last year, but especially if I'm carrying a gun, you don't want to have your flashlight in your dominant pocket, and heaven forbid at night you need to get your gun out and your flashlight and use them both. You don't want to have it in your front pocket, get it out, also be getting your gun out and having to switch hands. I mentioned the story last year about the local cop who had the gun in his dominant hand, had to switch hands, get his gun out, or had the flashlight in his dominant hand, had to switch hands, get his gun out. In the process, slipped and fell, ended up shooting, thankfully, the wall and the ceiling and not a person. But for that reason, I always keep my flashlight in my front left pocket for convention, and God knows I don't do anything else in my front right pocket. There's just no room over there. So I think that about covers it. My non-work everyday carry, my work everyday carry. Again, I appreciate all of you watching. I appreciate you sticking around and supporting my videos. I will see you again maybe in another year with another everyday carry video. We'll see what's changed. We'll see what's stuck around. Until then, I will see you in my next video. Take care.